On this particular report which has come, I also saw it yesterday night. I was coming to Odisha in the morning. Okay, I mean, somebody may have been arrested, the police may have done some investigation. But the fact is, number of gangland people, number of people with organized crime links from Punjab have been made welcome in Canada. We have been telling Canada, saying, look, these are wanted criminals from India. You have given them visas, they have come, many of them in false documentation. And yet you allow them to live there. If you decide to import for political purposes people with very dubious, actually very negative background, there will be issues. They have, in some cases, created problems in their own country as a result of their own policies. No, why would we fear? I mean, if something happened there, it is for them to worry about. Our biggest problem right now is in Canada. Because in Canada, actually, today the party in power in Canada, other parties in Canada have given these kinds of extremism, separatism, advocates of violence a certain legitimacy in the name of free speech. See, when you tell them something, their answer is, no, we are a democracy, but it is free speech. But the point that they need to understand, this kind of, it's no longer a world which runs as a one-way street. That if there are things which happen out there, there will be pushback. The Newton's law of politics will apply there also. That there will be a reaction. Others will, take steps or counter it. When I see, for example, these kinds of attacks or threats to our embassies, because they concern me very deeply. And I tell the foreign minister, saying, suppose it happened to you. If it was your diplomat, your embassy, your flag, how would you react? So we have to keep our position strong.
We have had an ongoing problem with Canada and the Canadian government for some years now. And the ongoing problem really revolves around the permissiveness in regard to terrorism, extremism and violence. And this permissiveness is also reflected in the fact that some important extradition requests have not been responded to from their side, in the fact that there are individuals and organizations who are clearly involved with violence and illegal activities in India, who themselves declared it. I mean, it is not a secret. And that they continue to carry on with their activities in Canada. And most important, the fact that our diplomatic missions and our diplomatic personnel have been consistently and continuously intimidated in Canada, to a point where today it is not safe for them really to carry on with their work. I mean, obviously the fact that we've had to temporarily suspend our visa operations, I mean, it is not something we would have liked to do. It is just that they have made it very difficult for us to operate those services, because our personnel are today insecure. We are a democracy. We don't need to learn from other people what freedom of speech is about. But we can tell people this: we don't think freedom of speech extends to incitement to violence. That to us is misuse of freedom. It's not a defense of freedom. And I always ask people one question: how would you react if you were in my shoes? If it was your diplomats, your embassies, your people, what would be your reaction?
हमारी चिंता कनाडा के साथ ये है कि उनके अपने राजनीति में उन्होंने ऐसे विचारधाराओं और ताकतों को जगह दी है जो हमारे खिलाफ तो हैं, पर हम उनको कहते हैं कि भाई आपके लिए भी ये काम नहीं आएंगे कि आप अगर ऐसे लोगों को बसने दोगे और इनको आप अपने राजनीति में शामिल करोगे तो ये आपका भी बहुत भारी नुकसान होगा। क्योंकि जिनको मैं कहूँगा जो एक्सट्रीमिस्ट सोच के लोग हैं, जो जो कभी कभी आतंकवाद की भी प्रशंसा करते, वो आप ही बताइए डेमोक्रेटिक सोसाइटी में, किसी भी डेमोक्रेट, मैं खाली कनाडा की बात नहीं कर रहा, कि एक बार आपने ऐसे लोगों को माने जगह दे दी और वो कहीं ना कहीं आपके पॉलिटिक्स में उन्होंने अपना स्पेस बना लिया, उसका तो दुरुपयोग जरूर करेंगे वो लोग। और जैसे मैंने कहा, जब एक बार स्पेस दे दिया, फिर वो बोलने लग गए, फिर बातें आगे बढ़ गई, फिर उस रिश्तों पे तो उसका प्रभाव पड़ ही होता है।
You know, you used a different word. I think the word they used was allegation. So, you know, I've already, I think, answered it starting with Lalit, which is, we've always said that, look, if there is information, let us know. So, you know, our doors, I want to make one thing very clear. It's not that our doors are shut to looking at something. If there is a requirement for us to look at something, we are open to looking at it. But, you know, I then expect, you know, somewhere, some pointer, something for me to look at.